The Serapeum of Saqqara is an ancient Egyptian necropolis located near Cairo, renowned for its assemblage of massive granite boxes believed to be sarcophagi. These boxes, crafted with astonishing precision, have sparked considerable debate about their creation. The extraordinary craftsmanship evident in these granite boxes suggests the use of advanced technology far beyond what is traditionally attributed to the ancient Egyptians. Each box in the Serapeum of Saqqara is hewn from a single piece of granite, a material known for its extreme hardness. The boxes are enormous, with some weighing up to 70 tons, including the lid and base. This means that the blocks from which they were carved would have weighed around 200 tons. The precision with which these boxes have been crafted is remarkable. Their corners are perfectly square, and the flat surfaces are exquisitely smooth with an accuracy that rivals modern machining capabilities. This level of precision, achieved several millennia ago, is astounding and has led to the speculation that the ancient Egyptians had access to advanced technology possibly lost to time. One of the most striking features of these boxes is their interior surfaces, which are equally precise and smooth as the exteriors. Achieving such accuracy on the inside of a stone box, particularly with the tools supposedly available at the time, seems impossible. The walls of the boxes are of uniform thickness, suggesting the use of sophisticated measuring and cutting equipment. This level of uniformity and precision in stonecraft is rarely found in other ancient Egyptian artifacts, leading to questions about the technology and methods used in their construction. Moreover, the process of hollowing out these massive granite blocks would have required a significant understanding and control of stone cutting techniques. The conventional tools of the ancient Egyptians, primarily made of copper, would have been inadequate for shaping such hard stone with the precision observed. This discrepancy has fueled theories suggesting that the builders of the Serapeum possessed advanced technological knowledge, potentially including high-speed drills, diamond-tipped cutting tools, or other sophisticated machinery. Another aspect that intrigues researchers is the purpose of these boxes. Traditionally believed to be sarcophagi for the burial of sacred Apis bulls, this explanation has been questioned due to the box's elaborate and precise construction, which seems excessive for mere burial purposes. Some theorists propose that these boxes were used for purposes that required precise dimensions and smooth surfaces, perhaps related to some form of energy manipulation or scientific processes unknown to modern science. Additionally, the granite boxes also possess acoustic properties. The transportation and placement of these massive boxes are also subjects of wonder. The Serapeum's underground tunnels are narrow and winding, making the movement of such large objects a logistical challenge. Also, why are there no signs of torches, such as burn marks, anywhere in the Serapeum of Saqqara? What kind of lighting did they use to illuminate these underground spaces? In contrast to these theories, mainstream archaeology attributes the precision and craftsmanship of the granite boxes to the skill and patience of ancient craftsmen who, over generations, perfected their stoneworking techniques. Critics of the advanced technology theory argue that there is no direct archaeological evidence supporting the existence of machinery or tools sophisticated enough to create these boxes in ancient Egypt. Creating such precision in ancient times would have required not only advanced tools but also a sophisticated understanding of engineering and geometry. The scale and precision of the boxes in the Serapeum are not replicated in any modern granite quarries, indicating that the ancient Egyptians, or perhaps a pre-existing civilization, had access to technology and knowledge that are not yet fully understood. We have already mentioned the massive granite boxes of Saqqara, but we must also mention the many other fascinating and massive granite boxes found in Egypt. Each one of them exhibits details suggesting the use of some form of lost ancient technology far beyond what has traditionally been understood or accepted. Take a look at this giant granite box displayed at the Cairo Museum. This box, significant yet not widely known, is believed to have been abandoned by the Egyptians due to a mistake in the cutting process. The irregular, slanted cut, deemed an error, led to the abandonment of this particular stone block. However, this apparent mistake inadvertently provides strong evidence of a sophisticated advanced tooling method far surpassing the capabilities attributed to the ancient Egyptians. The cut extends deep into the hard granite, making it impossible to fit a chisel inside. The conventional theory widely espoused by modern researchers is that the ancient Egyptians used slow, primitive copper-based saws for cutting granite, Yet this theory falls short when scrutinized. Trials replicating this method demonstrated an excruciatingly slow cutting rate of only 4 millimeters, 0.15 in an hour. At such a slow pace, it is highly implausible that the artisans would not have noticed and corrected a deviation as significant as the one seen in the granite box where the cut should have continued. The stone has been marked with a groove, and even this mark is precise and smooth. Moreover, it appears the granite was cut from two sides simultaneously, most likely by two circular saws, one cutting from above and one cutting from below. To see such a smooth and perfectly precise stone cutting, we must assume that they were using some sort of sophisticated machine capable of rapidly cutting through granite. We can also see precise saw marks in another granite box in the Cairo Museum, which is just a few steps away. The marks here look like those left by a type of saw, strikingly similar to a modern bandsaw but with capabilities suggesting a much higher speed of operation. In contemporary terms, such an advanced cutting mechanism requires the use of diamonds, specifically a diamond-encrusted blade to slice through granite efficiently. The existence of such advanced tooling presents a historical anomaly. During the dynastic times of ancient Egypt, there is no recorded evidence of diamond technology or tools with diamond incrustations being used or even existing. Another strange box-like artifact is this one. On top of it, there are a series of circles that are perfectly smooth, most likely made with some sort of machine as they are completely identical. On the side of the object, there are strange burn marks that left significant damage to the stone. The head of whatever caused these marks must have been immense. The exact purpose of this artifact is still unknown. This box, made from red granite, has even more spectacular marks. Not only is it perfectly hollowed out and shaped with precise right angles, but it also has these strange tube drill holes. These drill holes are exactly the same size and penetrate the granite at an intense depth. It's almost undeniable that these marks were made with an advanced machine rather than simple bronze tools. If this isn't enough to convince you, take a look at this granite artifact, which also exhibits tube drilling techniques. If you look closer, you can even see the spiral grooves on the piece. These grooves display uniform depth and spacing and are evident in all the drilled holes of the artifact. Given that the holes intersect, the consistency of these grooves would be unlikely if they were the result of an abrasive slurry. Core 7 is a remarkable cylindrical piece of granite discovered near the Great Pyramids that is at least 4,500 years old. This ancient artifact is notable for its perfectly spaced, continuous spiral groove, reminiscent of vinyl record grooves. Such precision suggests a level of technology seemingly beyond the capabilities of ancient Egyptian civilization, which was known to possess only soft copper tools, inadequate for drilling into hard granite. The mystery deepens when considering the nature of the groove. Traditional Egyptian tools, like the bow drill, produced a distinct back-and-forth pattern, unlike the single continuous spiral found on Core 7. This pattern is more akin to the marks left by modern rapidly rotating drills, suggesting a drilling method far advanced for its time. Modern machinery capable of creating a similar core operates at high speeds and often employs diamond tips, a material hard enough to penetrate granite. This raises the provocative question of whether ancient Egyptians might have had access to such advanced drilling techniques, potentially involving materials as hard as diamond. The groove shape on Core 7 not only defies the expected capabilities of ancient Egyptian technology, but also implies a drilling force greater than that of contemporary power drills. Analysis of the spacing between each spiral turn indicates a drilling pressure that surpasses modern equipment, hinting at an unknown, highly advanced civilization or technology. The core was made by a drilling process with greater strength than a modern power drill. What does this tell us? There are no tools of that caliber that we know of. If you were impressed by the granite boxes we showed you so far, you will be stunned by the ones on Elephantine Island. This site is like a graveyard of advanced technology, as it's filled with scattered remains of extremely precise granite artifacts cut and shaped to perfection. The only structure that was left in relatively good shape is this massive box, which Egyptologists call a shrine. It features a pointed or pyramid-like top, sharply defined, possibly once housing a benben-like stone or point, similar to the Old Kingdom pyramids. Additionally, the box is not completely hollowed out, but includes inset edges and a large step or platform inside. The box's interior showcases precise 90 degrees corners with tiny inside radii around the inset edge. We can find large tube drill holes which were probably pivot points for some sort of mechanism. The smooth, flat surfaces, sharp corners, and intricate details suggest a level of accuracy that these primitive tools could not achieve. Further examination of the box reveals a semicircular edging running around the top and bottom. This edging, seemingly carved from a single piece of granite, is evidently the result of a now-lost technology. What's more shocking is that this granite altar, as they call it, is not a unique creation. The entire site is filled with the broken remains of dozens of such altars, all showcasing the exact same features and precise carvings. It's like the entire site was a modern factory that manufactured these artifacts in large quantities until something happened that destroyed the entire site. All of these granite boxes and artifacts we showed you are just the beginning. There are countless more, all of which possess features and qualities resulting from advanced machinery. Perhaps the most precise granite box found anywhere in the world is the one discovered beneath the pyramid at Lahan. There, inside a chamber made of polished curved granite stones, we find this remarkable tilted granite box that is perfectly flat along the top side. When researchers measured the four corners of the box with modern equipment, they were stunned to find that they are nearly identical. A similarly startling mystery can be found at Mastaba 17, a monument located near Midam. Beneath a crumbling pile of mud bricks lies an enormous megalithic stone chamber containing a precision-cut stone box, precisely fashioned with perfect corners inside and out, from a single piece of granite. The lid has rising rectangular edges, and there are knobs on the ends. Is it possible that all of these granite boxes and artifacts were the leftovers of a lost prehistoric civilization that flourished before the Egyptians? Perhaps this will explain why such sophisticated objects were used for such primitive purposes as sarcophagi. Because the Egyptians who found them didn't know their real purpose. Just like us today, the intrigue surrounding the Serapeum and the many other granite artifacts in Egypt extends beyond the sheer precision of their construction. Many researchers have speculated that these objects could be remnants of a forgotten civilization that predates the Egyptians. This theory suggests that advanced technologies might have existed long before the rise of dynastic Egypt, leaving behind these enigmatic artifacts as a testament to an ancient technological marvel. If such a civilization once existed, its knowledge and tools could have been lost or destroyed, leaving only these mysterious granite boxes and other similar objects as the only evidence of their existence. One of the most perplexing aspects of these artifacts is their apparent functionality. While most mainstream archaeologists attribute the precision of the boxes to the skill of ancient craftsmen, the possibility that these objects had a specific purpose beyond burial is intriguing. Some researchers propose that these objects may have been part of a complex system of energy manipulation, possibly used to store or harness some form of power. The acoustic properties of some of the boxes and the meticulous care in their crafting could suggest that they were designed with a specific function in mind, one that goes beyond the mundane use of burial containers. The precision cuts and intricate details found in many of the granite artifacts discovered at various sites, such as Elephantine Island, suggest that the ancient Egyptians, or those who came before them, possessed not only advanced cutting and drilling technology but also a profound understanding of materials and engineering. Many of the objects found at these sites, including the so-called shrines with their pointed tops and inset edges, bear a striking resemblance to the advanced construction techniques seen in modern machinery and manufacturing. These objects often show evidence of having been shaped with tools capable of achieving remarkable levels of detail and accuracy, far surpassing what would have been achievable using the tools traditionally attributed to ancient civilizations. At the same time, some of the artifacts found at sites like Elephantine Island appear to have been abandoned or destroyed, further fueling the mystery. The scattered remains of granite artifacts at these locations suggest that the site may have been part of a larger complex or factory that was once in operation but was later abandoned under mysterious circumstances. This raises questions about what happened to the civilization responsible for these artifacts. Were they destroyed by a catastrophic event? Or did their knowledge and technology simply fade over time? Whatever the case, the mystery surrounding these artifacts suggests a much deeper and more complex history of ancient Egypt and the civilizations that preceded it. Further investigations into the techniques used to create these granite boxes and other artifacts have led some researchers to propose that these advanced technologies could have been passed down through generations or rediscovered at a later time. Some believe that knowledge of these techniques could have been suppressed or forgotten over time, with only fragments of this lost knowledge surviving in the form of these incredible artifacts. This idea also raises the possibility that future discoveries might uncover additional evidence of the lost technologies once used to create such precise and sophisticated objects. Until then, the mystery of the granite boxes of Saqqara and other ancient Egyptian artifacts remains an intriguing puzzle, challenging our understanding of ancient history and technology.